I love putting together a fit. The pieces, the accessories, how they align with my values. When I first started my blog, it was a way to express myself. But soon a Pandora's box of questions opened up. Questions like, what are my values? What does accountability look like? How does my style reflect my values? What do I owe my audience, and what do I owe myself? Basically, what do I owe others, and what do I owe myself? It's a bit more complicated than matching shoes in a bag. Growing up, my siblings and I had a great childhood. It was surrounded with love and adventure. Interwoven within this was my faith. My grandfather was a sheikh, an Islamic scholar, and his love for God were his legacy. We've all heard of intergenerational trauma. Now imagine intergenerational compassion. A few weeks ago, I had my shoes stolen at the mosque. Of course, I was a little angry, a little outraged, and when I had told my dad about this, his response was, "Forgive them and move on, Baba." It's hard to stay angry. This intergenerational compassion was embedded into me. It became one of the reasons why I even wanted to pursue fashion. I had made an alias Instagram account, I'm the Covered Girl, as a platform to express myself, but soon this fun blog turned into my current career. I've worked with brands like Gucci, Fendi, Valentino. I was the first Muslim hijabi bride in Vogue Australia, and I've accumulated over thank you. And I've accumulated over 380,000 followers across platforms. It's been a liberating and yet challenging experience. Being a content creator means I have to answer these questions to stay true to my values. Taking a value-led approach to fashion means taking personal accountability. Working in fashion requires you to consistently sell. Sell your brand, sell your clothes, sell your looks. Having a platform comes with a lot of responsibility. I use my platform to discuss political, environmental, and humanitarian causes. But as I began to work with bigger brands, I had realized I needed to actively implement my values. Palestine has been important to me since I can remember. Although I'm Lebanese and I'm not Palestinian, being a Muslim embeds a strong sense of justice in you. Last year, with the rise of injustice, I had realized my own hypocrisies. I had contracts worth tens of thousands of dollars locked in with brands who had been harmful to Palestinians. I, of course, stepped away from these contracts, lost a lot of money, but I would do it again and again and again because it's what's right. I've also had brands stall contracts with me due to my political values. I'm, of course, still learning, still growing, but I will continue to ensure that my choices reflect my values. Thrifting has been a key part in how my style and clothes reflect my values. My mum would always take my sisters and I to the op shop, and we would buy anything from clothes, shoes, bags, books. Now I go thrifting with a different mindset. It's no longer a budget decision, but it's a way I express myself. If there's a trend I want to try, I'll go to an op shop first. As a Muslim, being sustainable and reflecting on buying choices is very important. Islam suggests that we live lightly, acquire what we need, and be on earth as a traveler. In a world of micro trends and fast fashion, buying a thrifted piece becomes an act of rebellion. Thrifting slows down the fashion cycle and brings focus to more environmentally conscious choices when shopping. Thrifting has been a key part in my self-expression, but it's been an outward representation of my values. My platform is a reflection of my values. I've only ever known my relationship with myself and God as an adult in the public eye. Meshing the physical with the spiritual is never easy. I use my platform as a clear representation of how I want to represent Islam. The vision for my platform is clear. I want to show that modest fashion is normalized and accessible, that my audience's values can be expressed through their style. When I'm on set or creating content, I'll make sure to ask for bigger sizes so that everything is more loosely fitted. I'll make sure to cover up more of my ankles, my neck, even though in my everyday life, I might be comfortable with that. My perspective is, if I can cover up more and do the campaign, then I'm staying true to my values. There is a responsibility for how you wear the hijab on a public platform, and I'll continue to ensure that how I wear it reflects my values. There's a fine line between intent and legacy, and exploiting the hijab in a financial or tokenistic way. I've always had to ask myself, how am I embodying my values for myself whilst working in fashion? I've never gone online and felt better spiritually or religiously, because the internet is not a religious safe space. I do have a sisterhood relationship with my followers, and I'm aware of the responsibility, but I've never fully shared my spirituality online. My private life is for my spirituality. I don't go on my phone as much as I seem to. I love spending time with my family and going to the mosque. I make sure to invest in my relationship with God and my personal routine far more. Taking a value-centric approach to fashion means me being compassionate with myself, but also not losing the foundation of all my values, Islam. For me, it's not just a fit or a post. Fashion is a direct reflection of my values. It's how I disrupt the industry, create a safe space for myself and for my audience, enforce boundaries and accountability. Every day as a content creator, I am consistently redefining, reaffirming, and rediscovering my values. Taking a value-centric approach to fashion is me answering the question, what do I owe others, and what do I owe myself?